Something about COVID causes a significant proportion of people to experience symptoms long after the initial sickness. This is long COVID. There are still many questions in the medical community about why some people get long COVID and others seem to dodge it. But here is what we do know. Well, the Center for Disease Control in the US poured through millions of health records and compiled a list of people who experience at least one long COVID symptom, like fatigue, brain fog, and shortness of breath. Because not all of these symptoms are solely caused by long COVID, they had to separate out those who had long COVID from those who didn't. So researchers divided the list by those who had a positive COVID diagnosis and those who didn't. These are the people who had COVID. And these are the people who didn't. Of those with a COVID diagnosis, 38% had long COVID symptoms. Of those who didn't have COVID at all, 16% experienced symptoms. That means COVID-19 increased a person's chances of experiencing at least one COVID symptom by 22 percentage points. And that risk increases with older people, from 21 points for those under 64 to 27 points for those over. Developing long COVID is also more likely for those who had been previously hospitalized with COVID-19. And women seem to be more likely to develop long COVID symptoms too. While a study in 2021 found that vaccination provides significant protection from long COVID, a more recent study from the US found that vaccination only minimally reduces the risk. An area this data doesn't cover, however, is race. But in Australia, we know that COVID-19 deaths have disproportionately impacted those from multicultural and migrant backgrounds, with those born overseas in Australia representing 60% of deaths, but only 29.15% of the population. These numbers don't capture the frustration and helplessness long COVID has caused millions of people around the world. The disease remains shrouded in uncertainty, but all new findings are small steps towards the answers millions around the world are seeking.